Welcome to the meditation to help you better control your emotions. Before we get started, go ahead and go somewhere comfortable where you're not going to be disturbed. Put some headphones in, sit down or lay down, and we'll get into this. Alright, so I'm assuming now you're not going to be disturbed, you're quiet, you got your headphones in, you're ready to rock. So let's handle this issue at hand here. You're overwhelmed by your emotions. Your emotions are making you feel probably not good, right? Because we don't want to control our emotions when they feel great. We just want to let them flow. But when they're negative and when you feel anxiety or stress or worry or whatever that might be, of course, we want to gain better control of those emotions and transition into emotions that are going to serve us more. So that's what we're doing today. And to get started, let's just take a few deep breaths together and get present here in the moment. So go ahead and start by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Nice and long breath in through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth. Let your shoulders drop and relax. Let yourself really settle into this moment right here, right now. Another deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth, exhale, let everything go. Feel your muscles relaxing. Feel your head and neck relaxing. Letting go of the tension in your body. And let's take one more deep, long breath in through our nose. In out through our mouth. Letting go of all that tension. And just getting present here in the moment. So throughout this meditation, do your best to take deep, long breaths in through your nose, expanding through your chest, stomach, your sides, really filling up your whole body with air, and exhaling completely and letting all of that air go. And these deep breaths will really help you get in the present and start to feel better during this process as well. So as I guide you through this meditation, as I talk you through this, I want you to take those deep breaths on your own. Deep breaths filling up your entire body with air and then letting it go completely and then repeating. So as you're breathing, you can also listen along with me. Right now, we're going to do an exercise I often do, and that exercise is going to be asking you, what's it like to be you right now? And so you can ask that question to yourself and say, what's it like to be me right now? And just wait and listen. See if there's a voice in your head that says, I'm anxious, or I'm angry, or I'm sad. And let that be. Let all those emotions come flying in now. And just monitor them. Watch them come in. Don't necessarily attach onto them and start to think about the thing that you're stressed about, or the thing you're worried about, or the thing that you're sad about. Instead, try stepping back, closing your eyes if you haven't already. Continue to take these deep breaths. And imagine, what if you could sit and watch these emotions coming at you? Because what emotions are is they're really just energy. And so this energy is flying by in your psychic field, and you're grabbing onto it, and you're squeezing it tight, and you're holding on to that emotion. You're making it your reality. You're identifying with it. And it's making you feel like shit. So instead of grabbing onto it and squeezing it and holding on to that experience, why don't you just sit in your own body right now and watch as those emotions come and go. Watch as they pop up in your mind. And then see if you can kind of just push it away. See it for what it is, not worse than it is. Because we feel emotions when we give events in our lives meaning. When we have some upcoming event. Let's say we have a test coming up, right? And this test is really something that doesn't have any emotion inherently in it, but we begin to worry about it. We begin to stress about it. We begin to have anxiety about it. And we're attaching these emotions to this event. And it's completely natural. Everyone does it. But what if you right now could shift your consciousness and you could sit still in your own body? You could see and think about the events in your life that you're currently dealing with. And you could separate out the emotion from the event. So let's play a game with this right now. Let's, if you can, with your eyes closed, we're going to do a process, a little visualization, where what I want you to do is trace a rectangular grid right in front of your face. And you can take your pointer fingers and put them together in front of your face, and then move them out to the sides, and then bring them down, and you're creating the corners, and then bring them back together again. So create a rectangular grid. And I want you to see this grid and imagine that inside of it, it holds all the events of your life, past, present, future, all the emotions that you correlate and connotate and put together with these different life events. And I want you to see this swirling energy in this grid right here in front of you. And now I want you to think about something right now that you want to get control over. You know, your emotions when it comes to this thing are just going wild, and you can't control your mind, and it's stressing you out or making you sad or making you nervous or whatever that emotion is. Imagine that this emotional experience lives in this energy grid right in front of you. And this is going to take some imagination. There's no wrong way to do it, so don't get stressed about not being able to do this right. Imagine that this energy that represents this thing that's causing you the most emotional distress right now. Imagine you could reach into the grid and pull out a chunk of energy that represents this thing that's causing you distress. So go ahead and reach in with your hand, literally with your palm and your fingers. Reach in, grab it, pull the energy out, turn your palm over, and hold this energy in your hand. And with your eyes closed, imagine identifying with this energy. What is it? If it had a texture, what would it be? Is it hard? Is it rough? Is it soft? Is it smooth? What does it feel like in your hand? And, you know, if you could see if it had colors, what would the colors be? Is it red? Is it blue? Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it black? Is it brown? What are the colors you see with it? And is there a sound that comes along with it? Is there a smell? Is there a taste? If there isn't, that's cool. What are the emotions, though, that you're holding on to in your hand right here? What are these emotions? Go ahead and tell them to yourself. Say it out loud. And now, I want you to feel this energy in your hand. And obviously, it's something that's causing you distress. So it's not something that's nice, right? You don't want to hold on to this. So what I want you to do right now is, as aggressively as you can, throw it up into the sky and shoot it off into outer space. Go ahead, throw it up as fast as you can. Watch it shoot up into the sky. Watch it go all the way out of our atmosphere into outer space. And then imagine it just popping. And all the energy just disperses. And it just, becomes nothingness in the universe. It just becomes atoms and particles. Things that have no effect on you. And the reason we do this exercise is to recognize that all this stuff is more or less controllable. You can feel the emotions that come on strong as it relates to different events in your life, and then you can choose to remove the emotion. So now that you have that empty hole in your energy grid, where we just pulled out that energy, let's fill it with something a little nicer. This thing that's causing you distress. What if it was just like peaceful energy that you felt when you thought about this thing that is causing you to want to control your emotions? So think about a peaceful memory in your past. It could be something very neutral. It could be an extremely soothing, peaceful event. Whatever it was for you, whatever it is, find it. And now reach back into that energy grid, and I want you to pull out the energy that represents this peace, this feeling of inner peace. And hold on to this. And what does that feel like? What is the texture of it? Hard, soft, smooth? Is it easy to grab onto? Hard to grab onto? What's that like? What about the weight? Is it heavier or lighter than the other energy? Are there any colors do you associate with this? I gotta imagine it's pretty nice, right? You probably see some blues, some greens, maybe even some yellows. Probably is a lot smoother, easier to hold on to. Makes you. And what about the emotions? This is a peaceful event. It probably has a lot of peaceful emotions attached to it. So feel this energy. It's beautiful, right? Go ahead and seal this energy back into the present moment, where we took out that chunk energy before to represent the thing you're distressed about, and seal it in. Go ahead with your palm of your hand, just seal it in, glue it in. Imagine just with your mind, you're slowly putting this into your psychic field forever. And remember, we're just playing here. There's no wrong way to do it. Just imagine that you're sealing this energy in, feeling yourself become more peaceful in the present moment, and then take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel all that peaceful energy inside of you. Exhale and feel it start to charge up every cell in your body with the same peaceful energy. Go ahead and smile. And feel how simply you can begin to gain control of your emotions. So this is an exercise that just shows you what's possible with your emotions. But the next step is understanding that oftentimes we don't always have control of our emotions. And so sometimes it's about accepting how we feel. If you feel anger, accept the anger. Accept the experience. Allow the experience. Sometimes we just need to process different things in different ways. So sometimes you just have to let yourself feel that anger, or let yourself feel that sadness, or let yourself feel that anxiety. Let yourself process it completely, and then let it go. You don't have to hold on to these emotions, okay? You're going to be okay either way. Just allow yourself to process the emotion, and then surrender, accept it, and let go. So this is a practice. Going forward, for the rest of your day, week, month, year, life, try this. When something happens in your life and all of a sudden you start to feel emotional about it, and you're thinking to yourself, I wish I had more control of my emotions, why don't you identify the exact emotion you're feeling and then accept it and let it be okay that you're having this experience. And just breathe through it. Breathe in deeply through your nose as you have that experience. Exhale and allow it to be. Give yourself permission to have that experience. Don't feel guilty about it. Emotions are completely natural, and our body's going to continue to throw different negative emotions at us as we live our life. Okay? Unless you live up in the Zen temple where nothing's ever going to bother you, if you're living a normal life, you're going to have negative emotions. So the work for you is getting comfortable with identifying what the emotions are instead of getting overwhelmed, accepting them, surrendering, and letting go. And that emotion will pass when it needs to pass. So go ahead and give that a shot this week. Have fun with it. And if this works well, go ahead and let me know. I'm all over social media. Let me know how this went for you.